Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Grumpy Vlogger Live.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled hour of the Grumpy Vlogger Live. Oh my goodness. Anyways, yeah, let's just jump right into it. Let's bring in my co-host. He may be small in stature, but he's got a voice that roars. None other than Mr. Art Carlson.
Thank you. Right of you.
So how you doing, Art?
I'm doing pretty good. Got through another long day at work, and I'm here.
Well, good. Glad to have you. So let's go ahead and bring in the thunder from down under.
I mean, the bluster from down under.
Yeah, the thunder from down under. All right, Dominic.
I was going to say, speaking of thunder, that's what we've had most of the morning. So.
Thunder? Yeah. Yesterday, it was like in the 90s, low 90s, upper 80s, low 90s. So, but I had my air conditioner on last night. I got up this morning, had to turn my friggin' heater on. It was cold. Got down to 59 degrees in the house. I'm going, whoa, so. But yeah, so. Anyways, and let's bring in the third GIMP of three conservative GIMPs, none other than Charles Gillespie. Hey.
Hey, everybody. Lloyd, Art, Dominic, folks in the chat.
How's your day been, Charles?
Well, pretty good, actually.
Good. Oh, yeah, so. I didn't stay up late last night, but I have been tired all day. I woke up like 9:30 this morning, but I have been tired. Actually, I woke up when my cousin called me to tell me something like, he knows better than call me at 9:30 in the morning, but he did anyway. So ever since he's retired, it's like, okay, he just calls when he gets around to it, and, it doesn't matter whether I've been asleep or not. I'm glad to hear from him. We're best friends, so, that's a good thing. So. But and we see about the same when it comes to politics. As a matter of fact, we see identical to the same. So, but anyways, so yeah. Let's see. Judy's doing okay. I did. Last week I got a handheld portable airbrush that has a canister. I was going to bring it in here, but right now I've got it on the charger because I used it today. I had to clean it, and the canister is about this tall, about that big around. It's got LCD on it. It's rechargeable, and that's the compressor. And it uses it has three different tips that come with it. I used the smallest tip, which was my mistake, because that small tip is for real fine stuff. Said. And I was trying to spray that big dummy head, and I just got like, my hands were getting tired. So okay, I got to quit for a while. So I will.
That's what she said.
Yeah, exactly. So. Tomorrow I will set it back up and use the wide tip on it so that I mean $15 and it's all metal. It's not a bunch of plastic. It's all the working parts are either stainless or of good quality steel. So it does a pretty good job. It does some real nice fine work. But anyways, I was going to bring it on tonight, but like I said, I got it on the charger so I can use it tomorrow. But for $15, and that canister actually works as a handle, so all you got to do is pull the trigger back and adjust your air going in and out. It's got three different air pressure settings. It's got 22 psi, 26, and 36 psi, and you just push the button until you get to the one you want. And and I did quite a bit with it. Oh, Johnny DRC. Anyway, I did quite a bit with it today, and it still had a charge on it. It'll last probably, they said, about an hour and a half with the charge. But anyways, let's go ahead and welcome everybody. Let me get up here to the top of the chat and start welcoming everybody in the chat. We got Grant. Let me bring this around here. Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk. Captain Joe America, Jody at Drone Shots. We got Don, Mudball Creative. We got Thomas Garrison, that's somebody new. He's from Northeast Indiana, and Grumpy Old Marine. I like that name. And so welcome to my show. If you hadn't seen it before, you may have, but anyways, we got Jay Bird. That's Joey, right?
That's Joey.
Joey, yeah. And AZ Drone
We got
Dude.
Mika Steve.
Mika Steve, yeah. Mickey Moo Productions over on your
Right.
chat.
Yep.
And Mark R. White, Waypoint New England.
White.
Welcome. And
We got
Hot Rod in
CT
Daytona.
Pirate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got Hot Rod
And Rod.
Daytona.
Hot Rod.
Yeah.
In Daytona.
Yeah, and Captain Ray Kelly is here too. The X-Wing
Yep.
is here from, and CT Pirate.
We got
Let's see,
Justin.
Lake Pilot is here.
Yep. That'd be Jack.
Justin's here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jack. Yeah, Lake Pilot.
We got
And
Steve
Yellow
Knowles.
Rose Drones.
That'd be Lee.
Lee, yeah, Lee Beasing. And let's see who else we got. Grant.
Maddie's
Steve
Drone
Knowles,
World. Matt.
Maddie. Yeah, Maddie's here.
Yep.
What did I just do?
Jamie.
Right, there we go.
Droning with Jamie.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Let's see.
Steve Carpenter.
Steve Carpenter. Yeah, I saw him pop in just a minute ago.
Tim
Northside
Jackson.
Hawk, yeah.
Tim Jackson.
Oh, is Tim watching? Oh, okay.
Yep. There he is.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's coming
man.
back. Yeah, they're kicking him out of Australia. He's coming back here next year.
Huh?
Tim Jackson is, Although I
You
need
got
to write
TJ.
somebody. Oh, is TJ in here? Hey, TJ.
Giggles
Johnny D.
and FPV.
Yeah, Johnny
He's grown up
DRC.
now.
Yeah, well, he changes about once.
Yeah.
Thomas Garrison. Yeah,
And
okay.
Is
Eric
Lambo
Sapinski.
in there too?
I haven't got that far yet. Let's see. Let's see. We got Steve Carpenter, Maddie.
Yep.
Yeah, said hi to them. And
And we
let's go
got
by
Mary
fast now.
Burke.
I wish.
No, we don't. Starting with Jamie. Yeah. There we go. Wow. Okay, I got to
We
the
got
bottom
Bryan,
of it finally.
Waypoint, New England.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did I not say hi to Waypoint New England? I thought I did, but anyways, I think we got everybody. So, and if we missed you, just say so, and we'll say your name. But yeah. So Bent Rail Productions.
Bent Rail.
Hey.
Yeah.
It must be over on one of y'all's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, it's if you haven't seen this show, you'll find out that we talk about absolutely nothing, and we manage to do it for an hour.
Mm.
Yep,
we do. We sure do.
And I am not going to talk about what all the other channels that are related to drones are going to talk about. I just refuse to mention that name because why? Everybody else already has. So,
Well, we're not going to talk about it.
No, we're not going to talk about it.
Nope.
We might
We're going
talk
to talk
about not
about
talking.
Coco Star and Jules and
Yeah, we might talk about
And Mary.
not talking about it, but we're not going to talk about it. Yeah.
oh, and the new senator is LaFonza Butler.
Queen's own butler. Anyways,
And she's
that reference is an old
she
movie.
resides in Maryland. Go figure.
Yeah, I think that's where they
California.
said there was a now you go to her website now, and she no longer resides anywhere. They don't have a place of residence for her at all. So
Okay.
that has been taken down, but not before everybody else saw it. So hey, great job if you can get work.
Well, and yeah, Justin makes a good point, but we'll be talking about not talking about.
Yes, we won't talk
that's
about it.
we're not going to talk about it, but we will. And it depends on what the meaning of is. Speaking of that definition, it turns out the former president whose that line is famous for saying has decided that all of these new immigrants that are being shipped into New York, it's time for them to get a job and start paying taxes.
Oh no!
Yeah. As they say, he
scare
broke
peanut.
with the party.
Big man like you scare peanut.
Yeah. Yeah, he has broke with his party and said that it's time for them to start, getting off the dole and start earning a living and paying some taxes. Somebody's got to pay for his his retirement. So I guess that's what he's figuring out, though. I was surprised
paid for
to
his
see
Secret
that.
Service.
Yeah.
Yep, he gets that for life.
Now here's a question, and I'm not saying one way or the other. I don't usually talk politics on this show too much, but let's say on the outrageously weird chance that Trump ends up having to go to jail, does the Secret Service go with him?
Ooh. Well, if he's convicted, there's probably a clause in the contract saying any.
But isn't all of that decided by the Constitution? And or laws to go with it? And so, unless they actually have written a law,
that
they're
would
going
have
to have
been
to
a great
write.
question yesterday.
I know. I should have asked it yesterday. We'll ask it. We'll ask it next Sunday. Tune in to Three Conservative Gents next Sunday, and we will try and answer that question. So, just a thought.
We'll talk about the residency of the newly minted senator from California.
Yeah.
Maryland, California. We don't know.
Silver Springs, Maryland.
Yep.
Silver Springs, Maryland. Yeah.
Oh. Well, we had a
maybe she's confused and meant to write
president.
Palm Springs instead of Silver Springs. Maybe that's where the confusion is.
Okay. It's got a spring in it.
Wink, wink, nod, nod. Mark says, "I got to admit that's funny." I like that. Yeah. The president, just half of all the ex-presidents are going to. Yeah. At the rate things are going, they might have to build a special one,
Right.
But anyways, that's all I'm going to say about that. It just popped in my mind a few minutes ago. And, this stuff don't pop in my mind when we're actually talking about this on your show. It's just like, I just saw that, because I was listening to a little bit of what was said today, and it's like, okay. I will say this, so that judge was the goofiest looking son of a gun I ever seen. Have you seen the judge that's presiding over Trump's trial?
No.
Oh, yeah. He's sitting there posing for the camera, and then looks over at the prosecutor and goes, and he's got a face like mine that should not be on camera. It's like, hey, look at me, I'm the judge.
You like Adam Schiff.
Yeah. But yeah, it was hey, please, Lloyd, no more talk about our new senator. Yeah, okay, I won't talk about it, Steve. Yeah, that's one of Steve's senators.
Yep.
Yeah, well. It's just the society in general is getting this weekend we've been watching Law and Order Criminal Intent. And you go back when it started. It started right after 9, right around the time of 9/11. I don't know what that was. I heard that.
That was Dominic.
Oh, must have been Dominic. Hello.
There we go again. Turn off your notifications, Dominic.
I think that was me. I
That you?
accidentally had
that's who it was.
Well, hey, it's making us look around, okay?
Okay.
But anyways, there were some things that were on that show that were considered criminal and terrible and all that stuff that now, they don't care. There's one, and because it's because of the channel it's on, there's an advertisement on there that I've decided I'm not going to try that 1-0 power drink that they're advertising, because the guy goes like he's wearing a funky sort of wig, a little bit longish, to suddenly he's a dancing queen, just from drinking this power drink. So I don't want to try any of that, because I don't want to turn into, worse, far worse. Yeah. So I don't want to try any of that drink because
Thrill.
because I can't dance anyways.
Yeah. Neither can I, but with tall girls. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Nice deodorant. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, it's funny that stuff that was around, in the last 20 years up until I saw in some of these shows, I see the changes starting to creep in from about 5-6 years ago. It started getting it started going from what was considered at the time to be terrible behavior to be becoming acceptable behavior, right. And on television and
like looting.
Yeah, well, no, that's true. But no, it was because Special Victims Unit. I'm really wondering now how they deal with that stuff on the newest episodes because there's so much of that stuff that they decide, that the society has decided you're not a victim anymore from it. I don't know. I'm too old to really care. It's just like, okay, we get to a certain point, I quit watching those shows. It's like, okay.
Right.
But
are you going back to the Richard Belzer days?
That's the funny thing. They don't have the first 8 seasons available without paying for them. Yeah. That's what I wanted to watch. Well, yeah, he did. Actually, no, Richard Belzer was on SVU. That's right. Yeah. That's where I started, was the beginning of SVU, but they don't have him over on standard Law and Order. They don't have the first 8 or 10 seasons of Law and Order.
Is that with Ice-T?
No, Ice-T was on Special Victims Unit. He's still on there.
Well, he's been on there so long. He's called Nesty.
Yeah. Well,
even Dominic got that.
Yeah. When he was very disliked by the police department when he first started on that show, and he was just supposed to be a 1 or 2 off because one of his songs was very anti-police, but he's now the hero of the and now he's he's grown up too, a lot of respect and a lot of respect both sides, so Mr. B. I saw Mr. B last night on he was on Uncle Bill's show last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Detective Munch was on an episode of The Wire too. Yeah, he's one of those guys that has played the same character on all. He did all the Law and Orders, plus he did Life on the Streets as Detective Munch, and then The Wire. So there's like 3 different versions of Law and Order that he was on, maybe 4. So he's played that character on 5 different series.
Hello, grumpy old Marine.
Mr. B. I gotta let his old bulldog Chesty out to use the head. Okay, there you go. Yeah. That was your evil twin? Yeah, I saw you last night. It's good seeing you on there. Put a face to the name now. So what's exciting going on in you guys' life? Anything interesting?
Just working. And
just working.
It's going to be cold this week. We're going to get down into the 60s.
Yay.
Yeah, we're supposed to be getting cold weather about Wednesday. It's supposed to start getting, and we're going to be getting down into at night, looks like the 40s. Yeah, matter of fact, next Saturday is supposed to be a low of 42. So, but yeah, we'll get rain in here on. So today and tomorrow's going to be in the mid 80s. The next day will be in the mid 70s with 60% chance of rain. Upper 70s on Thursday, and then after that it's dropping to 71, 66. And but we're going to be getting down. Sunday is supposed to be Saturday and Sunday are going to be chilly because I'll have the heat on for that. But anyways, yeah. I've been working on my ventriloquist dummy, building them, adjusting, and I was going to put blinkers in, and I've decided not to do that. I have a set of eyes that I can put in that they'll still move, but they won't have the blinkers because it's just for my first build, it's too complicated. Let's see. Hey Lloyd, I'm off the business. Pick up the new Air FM kit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Controller just a bit. All right, Steve. Well, you enjoy.
Yeah, James.
Cool.
Yeah, we can talk about the Air 3. We just can't talk about that other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The drone that shall not be named.
The drone that shall not be named.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I did see his Uncle Bill's last night. He was reading some of the news and was talking about one of I think the Baltimore Police Department are going to continue to use their DJI drones for their police. Yeah.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am not looking at the chat. Just ignore that. Don't put it up there. Don't highlight it. Yeah. We'll just ignore that. Ignore the source, you know.
Yeah, we won't talk about the any bore.
Yeah.
Or the ninny snore.
We need President to extradite all politicians to the moon. Boy, ain't that the truth. Good Lord. I listen to some of the stuff these guys say, and I don't care which side of the aisle on. There's some of them that just,
right.
I just shake my head and go, are they real? You know, are they for real? You know, what in God's name has happened to this country? You know,
Brad.
And I
we got B-Rad.
Hey, Brad, how you doing?
We got both of them.
Brad.
Yeah.
Both
Catskills and
Brad and Brad.
City Brad.
We got Catskills Brad and B-Rad. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, this is a rad show.
Yes,
and a rod show. We got Hot Rod and B-Rad.
Wonderful.
And here we go. We got Michael, Tex Arch drone guy, all the way from Texas.
Michael is such a nice guy. I had such an enjoyable time flying with him. He's just he's getting grumpy old Marine. I almost said grumpy vlogger. I'm so used to those two words going together. It says, getting too cold up here in northeast Indiana to ride my new 2023 Kawasaki Vulcan 900 Classic LT. That is a nice bike.
That's Vulcan cool.
Yeah, that is a nice bike. My oldest son had a Vulcan. So, I don't know
grumpy old Marine, are you anywhere near Fort Wayne? Because I performed at a club up there a couple times called Snickers Comedy Bar.
Yeah, I know I may have mentioned it on your show, and I may have mentioned it on Matt's show Saturday morning Australia, Friday evening our time. But my son from my first marriage called, and we did a video chat. He called me for my birthday last Wednesday. And we talked for a good hour, and I found out that we will be having our 12th great-grandchild in January.
Oh, nice. Wow.
And this will be his first grandchild. So, yeah, so it's, but this will be number 12 for great-grandchildren. And we don't know for sure.
You know whose birthday is today? And he's on right after the show.
Oh yeah, Ron Brown. Happy birthday to Ron Brown.
Happy birthday, Ron.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Ron.
Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of my best friends here in Muskogee was speaking of Ron, there we go. Hey Ron. Long time no see.
Yeah, hey man.
Hey, Ron.
Let me take this real quick, guys.
All right.
Yeah,
and we got Glenn Dawson's birthday today.
Yes.
Thunderbird 6, welcome. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ron and Glenn. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. And we got Andrew in the chat.
Yep.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm putting myself. Hey, Ron, welcome to the
All
show. I'll be
right.
back in just a minute.
I want. Oh, okay. Snickers, just north of
Okay.
Fort Wayne. Yep, performed there. I did a TV show called Night Shift with Kevin Ferguson. And it was a talk show format, kind of like the Tonight Show, where the host would sit behind the desk and interview the comedians that were on. And I got lucky because normally they don't videotape or have the opening act on the show, but because the host, it was during March Madness, he wanted to watch basketball, so it was just three of us comedians doing our act, and I think that tape is the one that showed up on one of the comedy channels, because right after that, people were going, "Hey, I saw you on TV," and I'm like, "What the heck?" So, anyway, so I got a TV credit out of that. Sort of.
Right.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, what's going on, Ron? How's the weather up there in Wyoming?
Not bad.
Cold?
Not bad.
Oh,
No,
good,
not
good.
yet. The mornings have been a little chilly, but the days have been pretty nice.
Good. So, you'll be out there blasting some animals pretty soon.
Already been on it.
What'd you get?
Hey,
Or
Bob.
what'd your
Hunter
clients
got
get?
an antelope, and I got another antelope next week hunt. And I got some mule deer and whitetail hunts coming up, and
Cool.
might have a buffalo
Cool.
hunt.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. That's a heck of a lot of meat there.
My buddy got one. I guided him last September, and we're super good friends. And I'm not complaining, but he has not let me buy a pound of hamburger in the store for over a year. I have bison burgers all the time.
Yeah. Now, is that bison burger a little on the lean side, or is it pretty similar to beef?
No, it is. It's a little lean. Matter of fact, they say maybe mix a little oil or something with it because it's really hard to get the burgers to kind of stay together.
Yeah.
But it's really good. It's really good, but it's very lean. Yes.
Yeah, kind of like antelope burgers. They're pretty lean. They taste a lot like beef, but the burgers, they kind of fall apart on you. But
Yeah.
if you're making goulash, perfect for goulash.
I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
He's back.
So, welcome, Ron. How's things been going with you?
Working, hunting, and doing home wood projects.
Oh,
In fact,
yeah, I've been seeing some of those.
Yeah, here's the one. This will be
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
centerpiece
nice.
for my office wall.
Right?
It's going to go up on this wall. It's I put a clock up in the corner here.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a wood slab and I burn everything and I put the letters on it. And I went to Hobby Lobby and got a clock kit.
Right.
Put in here.
Right.
This will go up in the center of my wall. And then today, oh dear God, I spent a lot of money today. I went to the photo lab and ordered, I think about 10 prints, and I think 4 or 5 of them are what they call acrylic prints.
Right.
They're almost
Right.
like on a glass, and
Yeah.
the colors just come out, and they're incredible.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I haven't done this since Pennsylvania, since my wedding photography days, but
Right.
going into a photo lab and sit down with one person and go over each and every photo. Say, this is what I want done here. Cropping, coloring, you know.
Do you have a place? What photo lab, or where do you have a place there that does photo work like that?
Locally here in Gillette, Wyoming.
Okay.
Yeah, but then they're gonna do a little touch up, just based on because of how large some of the stuff is, and then it's not going to be done overnight. The lady's going to call me. They're going to make contact sheets. I'm going to come over and approve them.
Right.
It could be a 2-3 week process, but you know what? With the amount of money I spent going on that Alaska trip, and you remember I was on your show that one night. The night I was up there in Alaska, I just come out of the bush. Too many good photos to I'll show you the one. Get right back.
We got Johnny's drone flyer.
Yeah, and I see that Brother Bob Casey is on here too. Welcome.
Yep, Brother Bob.
And let's see who else. Oh, Sunrise Water Media. I didn't see him on there. And
Yeah,
Andrew
that'd be
too.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris and Andrew there. And yeah, so we're just about to, we got 29 people watching right now.
Yep. Well, you got up to 35.
Oh, got 30 now.
We have the Northern Lights again here at Devil's
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. They've been frequenting the Midwest, but this one is going to be in a 20 by 30 without the RL photo on it.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this one.
No, that's not me in the bear costume.
This one too. Yeah, that's also going to be in a 20 by 30. And then the last one, I got this in a 12 by 16. I just like the view from being inside the plane, going out through the volcano.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. I was just, seeing those bears there. I was just reading the other day, this weekend, somewhere in one of the areas where bear have become, I don't know if they become overpopulated in one area and they're trying to move them around, but they're actually talking about introducing grizzly back into the area, but it's now a highly populated area. So they're going to have grizzlies possibly roaming around in populated areas. Now, whose bright idea is that,
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's kind of like putting piranhas in the swimming pool.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of what people...
say a couple and their dog was just killed up in Banff, Canada, up in the national park a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Big grizzly.
Yeah, well, they're talking about introducing these in an area that's they were there at one time and they either moved on or became extinct, and now they're talking about putting them back. But the problem is there's also a lot of human development in that area now, so they could come in out of the woods into subdivisions. Like, that's not a good idea. And then we got out there in California that they're getting ready to this next either this fall or maybe next fall. One of the islands is where they, back in the early 1900s, they brought mule deer in there. Well, now the mule deer are ravaging the natural landscape of this island. It's one of the islands there off California, and they're ravaging, and it's competing between the deer trying to stay alive and eating all the natural forestation in there, or so now I've hired a company to get in helicopters. Of course, they had to make it sound they're in helicopters with their AR-15s going to kill all these mule deer. It's like
that'll overwhelm California.
Oh well, yeah, it's the oopoo hit the fan already. So they're all, and it was one that was done with the moose and goose or wildlife departments, there and
What could be
That Bill Coast Coast.
Maybe it's off of
Yeah.
L.A.
Yeah, they're wanting to reintroduce them into grizzlies. Andrew put that reintroduce them into national parks. The grizzlies haven't been there for 30 years, and now they're wanting to. Okay, there's plenty of wilderness still around for the grizzlies to live. They don't have to be put in areas where it's populated by tourists and humans. Because when you got idiots like that gal that goes out there to have to get the
Selfie.
buffalo, get the selfie with the buffalo and tries to move, and look at the wild gators that are in Florida, and they just showed that one here. That kind of upset a few people when it comes dragging half a human body up on the shore.
14 footer it was.
Yeah.
I sent
And
that
a half-eaten human. Yeah, and
Did you
they
see
want to
the
do
one
this with
the
grizzlies.
missing upper jaw?
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
hey, Mel, welcome to the show. And Bill
hey,
from Coast
we
Coast
got
Drones.
Mel.
Oh,
And I sometimes wonder, these, granted, this island is too small for that, but I'm thinking, if it's that small and there's that many, why don't they capture some of them and move them into areas where they could, where they'll survive? The problem is in this area, this island, is they are going to starve to death because there's no predators on the island. All that, nothing to, keep them culled out. So they tried to do a hunting program to help. They issued 200 licenses. That's all. And there's.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I got a hell of a story that you'll love. Oh God. Friday, with this new job, I'm working in 4 different locations. And one of them is in Sheridan, Wyoming. It's up in the Bighorn Mountains. And I've been, kind of looking for somebody, recently, and I've been using the dating websites. And I met a girl that Sheridan is about 2 hours away. That's about as far as I'll go. But I met this girl a little while back, and I'm not sure where it's going to go. But anyhow, I called her up the other day and I said, hey, I'm going to be working in Sheridan Friday. I said, I'm coming into town Thursday. Going to stay overnight in a hotel. I said, we say we have dinner. We had dinner Thursday night. And she said, what are you doing tomorrow? And I said, well, I'm going up into the mountains. And I brought my drone. Matter of fact, that's the video I'm downloading.
Right.
So she knows the area really well. And I have, in talking to her, she's a no-nonsense kind of girl. So
Right.
Saturday morning, we get together, and we're out in BFE, middle of nowhere.
Right.
And all of a sudden, we're turning around, and we're probably 8-10 miles out of town. And we come upon a car parked along the edge of the dirt road. And I look, and there's a woman laying there on the ground. And there's 2 dudes, all natives. Looks like they're getting ready to roll this woman down over the embankment. She is drunk as a skunk. So we stop. And this is where the interesting part comes in. We stop and roll down the hill. I'm like, hey, I tried to act like I didn't know what was going on, but I kind of did. Hey, is everything okay? Well, the one guy goes, what the, blank do you want? And he starts walking towards our truck. Next thing I know, I hear a very loud voice. She's driving. I'm in the passenger seat. I hear this loud voice saying, "You better back the blank off or I'm going to start shooting." And I turn around and look. She's got a loaded 45 in her hand. Oh, the best part is she whispers out of the corner of her mouth. She goes, "My backup is under your seat." Oh,
that's the kind of guy you need to keep around, Ron.
Yeah.
Now that's gangsta.
Yeah, but they backed off real quick and they were yelling stuff, threw the woman in the vehicle and took off. And she goes, "You want to call the sheriff?" I'm like, "There's no sense in it." I said, "We are so close to the reservation, they're going to be gone." Well, sure as shit, somebody else must have called it in because they got him. Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because there's that's something Judy would have done. Yeah. That's something she would have done. Pulled out the gun and said, just back off. I'm not putting. Mm-hmm. She's done that here at the house a few times and scared a couple of our local constabulary people.
Gene, Green Mountain Droning.
Yeah, Gene. Welcome, Gene. We got Bill, Coast to Coast Drones. We got somebody else there.
Leone.
I'm not too sure. Yeah, we're not gonna go.
That one of your old girlfriends?
No.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't have any old girlfriends. She's her disease is slowly progressing. It's getting harder and harder for her to breathe now. She's on oxygen just about 99% of the time. 2 weeks ago, because I was on last week, 2 weeks ago, I had to cancel the show because she was just really struggling. I thought I was going to have to take her to the hospital, but I started her on some breathing, nebulizer breathing treatments, and that helped get it. But she's, and this weekend it's been a little rougher on her. Her being able to talk to people has been difficult this weekend. Sometimes she can talk like, not a problem, hardly at all. But this weekend I've noticed her voice has been catching again. So, it is what it is. She's still hanging in there. She's still tough. We went and saw the doctor Tuesday, and he changed up some of her medicines. That is helping some. But it's between the Parkinson's, the stroke, the COPD, and all of that. It all. Yeah. Well, I called 911. She called on a Colt 1911. There you go. That's it right there. Mm-hmm. And but yeah, she's hanging in. That's why I had to go in there to get her something just a minute ago. But we've moved from the back bedroom that we were in for the last year and a half. We moved up to the back, up to the handicap adapted bedroom so that we can have. It's got a lot more space. I can still got some stuff I got to move out of there so we can set it up so she can start using the wheelchair. But we have a bedside commode for her to use when she just has to, just tinkle or whatever, and that's what poo powder is for, That's what I got in the mail on my birthday was a 2-pound tub of poo powder. I ordered it and it just happened to come on my birthday Wednesday, so but hey, stuff works and it keeps but yeah, so she's she fell here the other day, not too bad, but she's having her it's just it is what it is, and we're both just we live with it and keep moving on, and when she has a good day, we have a good time. Hello, Chris Hope. Welcome.
Chris Hope.
And when we have a bad day, well, it's just another day, But, oh, yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, that's what's been going on. glad you came on because it's nice seeing those pictures. I love those aurora borealis pictures that you got there, Northern Lights. Those are just.
Yeah, we've been getting them a lot. I started kind of getting into the scientific end of things, and with them, and I have a couple of apps that I watch, and the last one was 2 weeks ago. It was they go by what they call the KP index, and if it's up above like 5 or 6, your chances
Yes, got to be above 6.
your chances are real strong to see them. So
Yeah, well, in Oklahoma, I don't think we're going to see them.
Well, northern Colorado, we've been getting them.
Yeah, I know that parts of Colorado and I think parts of Kansas has been getting it, but I don't think it's got quite this far south yet. So.
No.
And unless it happens on a Monday around 7 o'clock on Monday nights, which is probably what causes my friggin' internet to go to shit, is because the northern lights are, damn sun flares causing that. It's like,
It's called a CME.
The CME, yeah.
Coronal mass ejection.
Ejection, yeah. Yeah, well, it screws with my internet because ours is so crappy anyways. And boy, it's been bad here this last month and a half has just been terrible. But I don't know. It's just frustrating. But yeah, those are some awesome pictures. I'd love to be able to see that. But the only problem I see is that most places that have have the northern lights is a place I don't want to be because it's too damn cold. I don't like the cold weather.
yeah, but you got your share of it last year, though, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we've got our share of it, and it looks like we're probably going to get snow this year. But we had some pretty damn cold days. It's -10. It was -10 degrees Fahrenheit, not counting the heat index or the cold air index. Yeah.
One of the nicest ones I've seen is this one. I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't. I forget what this guy's name is, but he posted it on the website. But this is at the at Mount Rushmore.
Oh man!
Oh,
fantastic!
That is awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I forget who that photographer was, but yeah, he did a nice job.
Yeah. And Gene Fox, Green Mountain, welcome to the show too.
No problem, Gene.
No, Rod, I have no plans to move to Fargo. I grew up in Colorado, so I know what the cold weather's like. I know what it's like to have the snow on the ground starting in September, not getting over with until the end of April.
Fraser, Colorado gets some of the coldest weather in the lower 48.
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes Crested Butte and Lake Antonito.
Yeah. Now Fraser, Dillon is between or is it Fraser's between the Vail Pass and
yeah, I believe so. I think it's up there by Granby, isn't it? Granby and
Fraser?
Grand Lake. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I used to go up there all the time. We used to go to stay at a place on up there in the Granby area. There's those 3 lakes. You got Grand Lake, Granby, and the Shadow Mountain Reservoir. And we used to go up there. And right behind the cabins we always rented every summer, there was one of the forks of the Colorado River, but it was just it was about 3 foot deep. You could swim in it, but it took you about a half an hour to where you could get out to where you could stand it to get up to your knees. And, you go in, stand there for a few minutes, come back out because it was ice water year round. And middle of summer, and it's like, you come out of there and you just be shivering, but I've swam in it. But,
snow.
Yep.
And spring water, too.
Yeah, well, that was, it was
that's the headwaters of the Colorado.
North Fork. Yeah, the North
Yeah.
Fork of the Colorado River is what they call that area up there. And it was frigid, but I used to swim in it, but clear. Oh my God, it was beautifully clear water, Not like what the Colorado looks like over by Grand Junction,
Yeah. All muddy and
that's
brown.
all muddy. Yeah, that's what the Arkansas River looks like here. We've got, most of our, unless you get down by Lake Eufaula, that's just red. That's all red water down there. And
we got Chin Dynasty. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Bill. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Bill.
So. Oh, yeah. But you always have the best pictures when you come on here, Ron.
I
like having you on here.
Sometime around the turn of the year, matter of fact, I just got back from the tannery. I was up at the outfitter that I worked for the other day, and my bear hide came back from the tannery. Matter of fact, I had a little office rearranging party here about 2 weeks ago. I got to find a spot for this bear. So right here is where he's going to go. But just to kind of give you an idea of how damn big this thing is.
Oh, boy. Ooh,
man.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Now, are you having him mounted fully standing up, or
I don't know whether
or just as a rug, or
he's going to be a full body mount, but I
okay,
think you want to have him stepping up on a log or a rock, but he's
right.
He's gonna go right here. Yeah.
Wow.
Take up most of the rest of my office. So.
Yeah, that'll. But
we're going to have
that
blinky
awesome.
lights for the nose for Christmas.
Say again?
You going to put blinky lights on it
in the nostrils for Christmas?
Yeah, for Christmas.
Have a red and a green.
Hello. Is that Avon calling?
Yeah. My buddy. Oh, good deal. His other granddaughter got in the buck today. Oh, nice.
Okay. But yeah. So what other exciting things are going on in everybody's life? I mean, I'll be honest with you tonight. I could easily take a nap. Hey, one thing I do need to bring up, if you do want to talk or hear about somebody talk about that drone that we're not going to talk about, watch Drone Nation at the top of the hour with Ron Brown and wish him a happy birthday from all of us here. So,
yeah.
Yeah, my best friend here in Oklahoma, and we've been friends for since about 84, I guess. And we played, I watched his kids grow up, and he watched, our youngest one grow up, and he is 5 years and 5 days younger than me. So today was his birthday. So cool. And what's funny is he and his son are both named Larry, and so we call him Big Larry and Little Larry.
Oh,
the problem is Little Larry is bigger than Big Larry now, because yeah, because he's in his 30s, I guess now, and wow. Yeah. And on the 30th was, which was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. It was my one of my grandsons turned 6 years old on Saturday. That would be Ryder.
Ooh.
That's and
Cool.
so yeah. But I got a good. I'm gonna have to go look and see which one of those pictures it was. I got a school picture from one of them. I can't remember if it's from Ryder or Zach. Those are my two youngest grandsons. When you got 22, 23 grandkids, you can't keep track of. I know the oldest one from that marriage. He's the one fixing to. That's Aiden. He's fixing to have a baby in January. So, and then, so I know Aiden, Ryder, and Zach. Those are the only three I know because my son's got 10 kids of his own. Plus a couple others. Yeah,
prolific.
Very much. Yeah, he's 48 years old, and he's got a.
Is he Catholic or a Mormon?
Neither one. No, he's actually Pentecostal if he's anything.
Okay.
But yeah, his dad, my ex-father-in-law, was a preacher, and I did find out. It was kind of sad, but I found out that his
Must have been missionary.
yeah. I did find out that his
Well, I got
grandmother
that one.
passed
That's
away this
good.
year. I did too. I just ignored it. But I found out that my son's grandmother passed, and she was just a sweet little old lady, and she passed away first part of this year or so. And she's always treated me and Judy with great respect, and she was just a classy little lady. You know, she was like 5 foot, you know, something like that, and you know, maybe 98 pounds, sopping wet. You know, she was just a little Mexican gal. Had a temper on her.
Cool.
She got mad. You knew about it. She could cook, and she was a good cook. Speaking of that, neighbors across the street, Mexican neighbors across the street yesterday. Pat was over here with Ethan, his youngest son. They were over here visiting Judy, and I just happened to be walking past and looked at the front door of the kitchen, or I looked out the front, just glanced. I thought I saw somebody there. I turned around, went back, and looked. Oh, and it was the neighbors across the street, and they had a big cookout, and they brought us a stack of about 16 tortillas with shredded pork in like a fajita type sauce, and they said, "Oh, we saw that your son was here too. Would he like some?" I said, "Yeah." So they went over there and got some, took home with him. So that's what I had for supper last night, and that's what I'm going to have, because they gave us about a pound of this shredded pork. It's pulled pork in a not really a fajita sauce. It's almost like an enchilada sauce. It's a red sauce. It's a little warm, but and the tortillas were all, you know, they're flour tortillas. They were all handmade and just delicious. So I'd done some trading with them, and they there was something that we had out there that they needed, and I said, "Yeah, go ahead and take it." And I said, "Tell you what, you have any extra food? You know, when you have one of them big cookouts," I said, "you could send a pack over here. You know, send a care package over here. I wouldn't be, you know, she's a good cook." But yeah, and it was fresh. You know, it was still warm, and they had some pasta salad and some Spanish rice. You know, and it's like, yeah, that was good. So. And I appreciated it. Man, I didn't have to cook. But anyways, so that's what's been going on, and we're getting close to being on an hour, aren't we? Just about.
Just a little over.
A little over.
Yeah, it's a couple minutes out.
Judy was a very good cook when she could cook, but now that she's not, we're stuck with eating what I make, and what I make.
Yeah.
A lot of microwave dinners.
Yep.
But
And
Judy was a
takeout.
good cook. Yeah, and takeout. We do a lot of takeout too. Judy was a very good cook. She made some. I loved her fried chicken, and hers was, you know. We're in Oklahoma. She grew up in. She was born and raised here in Oklahoma, so a lot of hers is Southern cooking. So, you know, but yeah, and she's. I've used a lot of stuff I make now. The stuff that Judy taught me to make when she first started getting sick. I started learning to, like the chili that I make is a simple chili. It's not spicy. It's just a good chili. It's easy to make. Takes longer to fry the hamburger than it does to cook the whole pot, because you get the hamburger fried, dump off the fat, put in the other ingredients, and it's ready to go. And just warming it back up. And Southern cooking is pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, and because we eat stuff like fried okra. A lot of people don't like okra. I do not eat like gumbo okra or slime okra. Boiled okra just does not appeal to me. It's like sucking snot down your throat. You know, might as well be doing that as to eating boiled okra. But fried okra is damn good. And
Trader
And
Joe's
I
sells
like
fried
Oprah Winfrey.
do what?
Yeah,
I'm not
she
even
dumped
gonna-
Stedman. Remember, they were a couple. Oprah and Stedman.
Yes, Chris Hope, the tomato soup chili that I make. Yeah, it's real simple. I'll give you the recipe because it's real easy. You take and fry up your hamburger and use taco seasoning or chili seasoning. Mix it into the hamburger while you're frying it. You know, add any ingredients you want to the hamburger, like onions or something. Fry it all up. Drain the grease. Put it into a big pot. Open up a can of ranch-style beans. You can get the jalapeno kind if you want a little spice. Dump that in there. 2 cans of tomato soup for every can of, 1 can of tomato soup for every 2 cans of ranch-style beans. So you put in 2 cans of ranch-style beans, 1 can of tomato soup, add a little bit of water, fill up the can with water, dump it in there, stir it up, let it heat up. You're done. Your chili's there. Cool. You want it spicier, you add more, chili seasonings or spicy ingredients like that, let it cook longer, but that's all it takes. I can have that chili cooked and ready to go in 30 minutes.
Wow.
And 2 cans of you can use kidney beans if you want canned kidney beans, but I use ranch style because it's got a little seasoning in it. And you can buy the jalapeno and onion beans in there, so you've got that. And I use taco seasoning, but I don't dump the whole pack in there. I just sprinkle it over to kind of cover the top of it and then cook it into the fried. And that's it. That's all it takes to cook that chili. And it's fast, it's easy, and it's good flavored. You can have it over, Fritos. It's really good over Fritos the next day, leftovers, and make a Frito chili pie that way. But yeah, that's one of our favorite things. That and lasagna. I make. She taught me how to make lasagna. I know how to make her stuffing for Thanksgiving, and so that took a while to get down, but I've got it now. So she finally this last year let me make it.
Lloyd, you want a really simple, very good meatloaf recipe? I actually use the bison burger, but buy a box of stovetop stuffing, the chicken flavor.
Right. Okay.
The recipe is actually on the back of the box.
Is it really?
Yeah, but instead of using breadcrumbs for meatloaf, use
right.
The stovetop stuffing. You're supposed to mix in 2 eggs, I think a cup of water, and then I mix in onions.
Right.
And then the recipe calls for barbecue sauce, but it's a personal opinion.
Yeah.
I'm a ketchup connoisseur.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And then I sprinkle brown sugar on top.
That's good.
Bake it for an hour. You're golden.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I'm going to have to try that. Thanks for that recipe. Now you've been to the Grumpy Vloggers cooking channel. In recipe exchange. Yeah, that sounds good. Because I just make it with crackers and egg. I just take saltine crackers and crumble up 3 or 4 of them. Crumble up in there the hamburger, eggs. I put in bell pepper and onions, and I use ketchup to mix in there, not a lot, and then put just a little thin layer on top with a little Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah.
Kind of give it a little.
Instead of the crackers.
Worcestershire.
Yeah.
What I said.
Yeah, let's say try the stovetop stuffing instead of the crackers.
I will try that because now you've got me.
I might have to try that. Yeah.
Yes, that sounds good.
Next week we'll have Uncle Roger critiquing our cooking.
Shows the key.
Yes. Yeah.
Wayne is like Jamie Oliver, full of shit.
Oh, you and your sound effects. Oh my God. Yeah. So, with that great advice on how to make a meatloaf, which I thought was my specialty, is slow smoked full slabs of pork ribs. Takes me about 6 hours to smoke them. I do 3 slabs at a time. We have plenty of left. That sounds good too. Now I will take the baby back ribs, and I'll take and put them in foil, cover them with whatever seasoning I'm using. I usually use I can't remember what I put on them now, but I cook them for about an hour in the oven, and then I take them out of the oven and put them out on the smoker for about 30 minutes, and about the last 5 minutes is when I put the barbecue sauce on them. Because if you put the barbecue sauce on any sooner, you're going to just have scorched, burnt sugar on your ribs.
Right.
So the last thing you put on is the barbecue sauce. So for about 5 minutes, let it sit there, and by it's Worcestershire.
Worcestershire sauce.
I barely got Worcestershire sauce out, you know. So Worcestershire. Whatever. Hey, I say Worcester too. So what? You know.
Exactly.
You know. I use all the R's that the Australians and the British don't use. They don't use most. Yeah, they don't use most of their R's, so I put them in all the extra words I've got.
I still talk funny. You know, I'm still from the East Coast, you know. So.
Yeah. I've said Warsaw all my life. It's just, you know, my dad was from Arkansas, and that's the way he talked. You know, he was from up in the. My dad was a hillbilly.
They had people ask me to spell it.
Okrie. Yeah, I've heard it called Okrie too. Yeah, eat more possum. There's another Okie right there.
Yep.
Welcome to the show. Yeah. Yeah. My family always called him Okrie too. You know, that's what they use. Like I have an aunt who was named Ada. Ada was how you pronounce her name, Ada. But they all called her Ader. They put an R on the yeah. That's my Aunt Ader. And there was no R in her name.
And by the way, that's the name of a town in Michigan, home of what's that famous stuff that we give away? We try to get people to buy stuff. DeVos her husband founded the company. God, what is the name of that? Ron, you remember that where you would go to your neighbors and you'd say, buy this stuff, and if you buy that...
Amway?
Amway. It's from Ada, Michigan.
Yeah. And tuna fish, yeah.
Tuna fish.
Yeah, we've got... well, what's funny is I had an aunt named Ada, and they called her Ader. I had one named... Then I had two aunts named Nora and Ora. And Nora, they always called her Nora. For some reason, her name got changed. But my other aunt, her name was Ora, and they called her Dump. She was a little short, squatty person, you know, Dump. And then I had an aunt named Florella.
Oh. Florella DeVille?
Yeah, well, they called her Cricket. I don't know where that came from. Like, so I had an Aunt Dump, an Aunt Nora, an Aunt Ader, and an Aunt Cricket. So, and then one of my uncles was named Mutt.
Mutt.
You know, yeah, Mutt. It's on his gravestone.
And you live.
I don't know what.
Not creek, but crick.
A crick? Yeah. Well, no, I don't know why they called the one Mutt, but everybody else called him. I'd never heard it before until he got later in life, and everybody called him Grandpa Mutt. And I thought, no, that's Uncle Paul. Yeah, that's Grandpa Mutt. And on his gravestone it says Paul Mutt Mendenhall. Like, I had no idea his middle name was Mutt. You know, so my grandfather had some weird ideas of naming his kids. I'll say that much. And I won't even say what my dad's name was, so we'll just leave it at that. Because unfortunately, I got part of it. So, but and it wasn't Lloyd. Anyways, guys, we've managed to waste an hour and some minutes, and everybody's over there now going to be watching and learning all about that drone that we refuse to talk about on this show tonight. So, or even mention, other than we weren't going to talk about. So, guys, thanks for being on here. Ron, I always appreciate when you come in. You got some new stuff coming up on your channel, I hope.
Yeah, I got a new video coming out tomorrow morning. Yep.
Excellent,
awesome.
Excellent. So, and Charles, we'll see you on whichever show we see you again. And always appreciate you being here. And same with you, Dominic.
So we got through the whole show without saying Mini 4. That's great.
Asshole.
Not that bombshell.
Yay, Collinswood.
Yeah.
Well, Lloyd, it was good seeing
And-
you guys. Seeing you all.
Yeah, it's good seeing you, and I
Take
appreciate
care,
it.
Ron.
I'm gonna go
I'll be
ahead and
up
just.
the rest of the day.
I'm gonna go ahead. Where's the short ending here?
Now,
I'm
you
just gonna
didn't
push
talk
this.
about me.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
We'll see.
what have you
Well,
got
I'm
going
You
on?
do that enough, Art.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you doing on your channel next? What wonderful things are going on your
Probably
channel?
won't be talking about Mini 4 because everybody else will.
Yeah.
So I'm like going, what can we talk about? How about drones for OnlyFans?
Yeah, why not?
No, there you go.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Drones for OnlyFans.
Hey.
Yeah.
Another camera platform.
Mm.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, we'll just let that go. Guys, thanks for being here. Let me put myself on here so I can do this part. You guys can hang loose if you want. I'll be back as soon as the show's over. Where's that stupid ending at? Right here. Thanks, everybody.
See you, Lloyd. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Right.